Welcome back. I'm Kevin, the Gypsy Medic. Today we're going to do a mod to the bike. I just got this in from 3D Cycle Parts. So we're gonna do the great unveiling. If I can open it, it is certainly secure. What might I have in the box? I have JNS Engineering 2002 plus KLR650 non-dampened foot peg lowering mounts. So on a couple of my videos about my KLR, I've talked about, and other people have replied to it, commented on the fact that the foot pegs are higher and you can't get riding boots in underneath the shift knob. And I replaced the shift knob with a little bit of an extended tusk shift knob, and I got to lift it up a little bit, and that helped. But I still can't get my toe completely underneath it, and I don't want to ruin my $300 boots. I'm afraid of, people have talked about, well, I hook it with the side of my boot, and that's great, but I don't want to risk wearing a hole in the side of an expensive boot. So I spent the money. You do get a nice little 3D Cycle Parts sticker. I spent the money. It's I think it was $110, I think. $116.51 including shipping. So $105.99, and I bought it with the engine guards from 3D Cycle, and I used PayPal Pay in 4, so it's $400 total, and I'm paying $100 a month for 4 months. So it's basically using a credit card without running up credit card expenses. So here's what they look like. They're nice, thick, heavy duty. Pegs will fit in there. I am going to use my original pegs at this point, the rubber ones. I'm not really sold yet that I need to worry about replacing those. I haven't had an issue with them yet, so we're going to leave those on for now. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to relocate over to the bike. I'm going to do the right-hand side, the passenger side, brake side first, because of just the way the bike's angled. I think it'll be easier to show you guys that way. All right, so stick with me. I'm going to relocate. All right, it is super bright out today. It's May 17th. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day out. These are 12mm bolts, and I know that because I had to take the other one off to change something out. I don't remember what I changed out over there when I changed out my tusk shifter. So I know that from doing that. So 12mm. And what this does is, you can see that this is a dampening system. This one isn't. So I'm going to lose a little bit of that smoothness that this gives me for the ride with that thumper motor going. But again, I'm going to leave these rubber ones on for right now, and those, we'll see. But you can see that these are elevated up, whereas these other ones are going to be dropped down some. Now what I went for is that the new mounts come with brand new bolts, and they are smaller, they're shorter in length than these were. So let's take a peek at this. I think figure out how these go on. All right, so that looks like the way to go. It also looks like, I don't know, it's going to throw my foot further forward. I don't know, we'll have to see about this. The reason they're shorter is because this is thinner than this piece is. So the original mount has rubber underneath that this pivots on, and it's got rubber mounts in where the nuts go, or the bolts rather. So I'm thinking this might be a much stiffer ride. I don't know, we'll see. But the other thing I'm looking at is, that's not right. Maybe I get this on upside down. So like I said, I have not tried this out. This is all new for all of us. Alright. So if this went like this, and this is going to lower it. That looks like it fits, but it doesn't look like it would lower it that much. What about this? No. Yeah, it does. It looks like it'll lower it. I gotta get a pair of needle nose and pull that pin off the back. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. So, on the back of this, there's a little clip, and that's gotta come off. So that you can pull that pin out. Don't want to lose that bad boy. Alright, so a little clip that goes on the back of this little stud that holds that in here. So far, the hardest part of this was figuring out which side that goes in, or which direction it goes on. The next thing is this pin doesn't fit. That's great. That doesn't fit. That's great. So that's fucking 10 points off right there, because I'm gonna have to go drill that, and luckily I have a drill press to do this. That's bullshit. Now maybe aftermarket foot pegs would have a smaller thing, a smaller pin, but this says it's made for this bike, and these are the foot pegs and the pin that came with it. I'm not super happy right now. Yeah, this is bullshit. I could probably drive it through the hammer, but I'm certainly not getting it back out that way. I'll be back. Alright, let's give it a shot. Great. That looked like it lined up right, but it's too damn big. ticket right there. All right. Sure. Yep, that fits. Fits. A little big. That fits. So just gonna, that's gonna wiggle a little bit. Damn it. All right. So back out to the motorcycle. So I have a bigger tripod, but I wanted a smaller one that I could bring with me easier on the motorcycle. So that's what that one is. So like I said, I'm getting a good workout with it today. I am going to just go touch up these new holes with just a little spray of black paint, and then by the time I get everything ready to go and I put the pegs back in there, it'll be dry enough, it won't be an issue. I just don't want to take a risk on having this start to rust a little bit on me. All right, I'm back. Here we go. So again, what should be a 5-minute job. All right, the other thing I've got, even though it's in a red tube, it's blue thread blocker. So this is removable. It's not going to provide or create an immovable issue locking the threads down, in the future if I want to change these out or I need to take them off for some reason. So, a little blue thread locker. So I'm going to give that side a few minutes just to set up a little bit as far as the paint goes. All right, here we go. Now for the left-hand side. So when I took this side off to do my tusk shift lever, I did in fact use that blue thread lock. It worked good. I don't like the idea of my pedal, my foot pedal coming off while I'm driving down the road, or I'm bouncing over some dirt and some rocks, and to jam my foot down into the ground or pavement at anywhere from 10 to 50 or 70 or 100 miles an hour. I just don't think that would be a good way to spend 6 months, between surgery and rehab. And I've got, as of yesterday, a brand new grandson. I'd like to be able to go visit and hold and sit with and not have to worry about crutches and wheelchairs. That would suck. So I'll Loctite these bad boys on. Take this clip off. Got a little punch here. That was my grandfather's. And that slides right in that little gap. Takes it off. Clip came off. It's right there. And out comes my foot peg. And in goes my foot peg. Now, I did this kind of backwards. I took the foot peg off the bracket after I took it off, just because I wanted to make sure I could see how this would fit in first, you know? All right, there we go. Now, I'm going to hold this with a pair of needle nose pliers and push that up and into that lip so I don't lose that. Whoop, just like that, so I don't lose it. There we go, clipped right in. The test here, through the magic of time editing, we got that in there after the paint dried. That over there, we'll throw that here. And we'll go do the other side. And then with some more magical time editing, my Corazal boots will miraculously appear on my feet. And we'll put them on and we'll see how this fits. It looks like it's going to be a lot better. As we know from the drilling issue, it wasn't flawless like it was supposed to be. And a little pad for my elbow. I don't mind laying in the dirt, but I just don't want to drive dirt and stand into my elbows. Takes a little bit of muscle to push that peg in far enough so that this is a nice snug fit. I mean, it's not ridiculous by any means. I can do it. Any of you guys can. All right, so I can feel the difference as far as rigidity in this. I mean, it moves a little bit, sure, especially because this one's got that little bigger hole, but it's rigid. Whereas with this, there was flex underneath this because there's rubber, and in the holes themselves because they're rubber sockets. So, I don't know, we'll see. All right, let me go grab my Corazals, and like I said, we'll do some magic editing. Perfect. This is perfect. Perfect position. I'm sitting out here and just slide my foot in under. These things are great. I'm gonna take it for a quick ride, just down the end of the driveway, up to the neighbors and back. So what do I think? I think they fit great now. I think that made a complete difference. It's a little weird now because I actually liked the brake side better with the originals. My foot, I think it was easier onto. Now it's like I have to lift my toes up a little bit. I'm just gonna have to get used to it. Not a big deal. I've got, I don't know, 250 or 300 miles on it right now with the old pegs, so with the old peg mount. But as far as this left foot shifting, it's great. All the difference in the world. If it hadn't been for the fact that my pins didn't fit and I had to drill them, I'd give these babies a 10 out of 10. 10 stars. 3D, I'll give them 10 stars because I bought them. They got them to me within the 2 or 3 days that they told me they would. They showed up this morning, so no issues with them at all. They're the JNS lowering kit, peg kits, and maybe, like I said, with aftermarket foot pegs, the pins would have been different, but I don't know. They might not come with pins. That pissed me off. So overall, with the lowering kit itself, they work the way they're supposed to. Installation sucked because of having to drill. What if I didn't have drills? What if I didn't have a drill press? What if I didn't have drill bits? They work perfect. I don't want to give them lower than a 5. Installation, I'm going to give it, I can't give them more than a 3 because I had to restructure them. But once those holes were right, they went on slick, right? So what should have been a 10-minute job and then 10 minutes with moving the camera and going down the road, so filming it and everything, 20 minutes. But what it should have been a 10-minute swap out has taken me 41 minutes, and that's per the camera timer. So that sucked. But otherwise, they're great. They feel great. They've certainly done what I want them to do. I'm not going to worry about wearing a hole in the side of my Corzols. If I'm riding with my street boots, I'm going to have to lift up a little bit higher. I can tell that, but I can live with that. All right, so anyways, I'm Kevin, Gypsy Medic. If you liked the video and you got something out of it, please hit like for me. Please subscribe for me. And I appreciate it. Leave any comments you got. As you can tell by my other videos, I do answer them. Appreciate it. Have a good one.